Hi, sailors. Welcome to another edition of Start Sailing Now Extra. We're with Victoria this month. She's featured in the December issue of SpinSheet magazine. Welcome, Victoria.
Thanks.
So we should mention that you're in the Norfolk area and your sailing start into sailing was with Sail Nauticus.
The first time I went sailing, the coordinator had set it up and she said, "Oh, there's this women's sail that I'd really love for you. You could go if you wanted today." Um, and I went. And so the first two people that I met sailing actually were women. So in my mind, I was like, "Oh, there's a lot of women in this sport. This is really fun." Um, and one of them actually, like, she is such a role model to all of the women in the club. She is fierce and she's a great teacher. And the first, like, even the very first time I was out on the boat with her, I was asking a bunch of questions. She was explaining to me the masthead and this is where the wind is coming from. And if we point the boat in this direction, and I said, "Well, what if we do this?" And she goes, "Well, why don't you sit here and try it?" And I was like, "Oh, I've never been on a boat before. But sure, yeah, let's do it." And so she just made it very open and easy for me to learn and to see sailing as like something attainable. Um, and then afterwards, we just sat around and chit chatted, and we were all. I met like a bunch of women in different parts of life that I never thought I would have met otherwise. And I think that was one of the really unique things about sailing in general is everyone comes from so many different backgrounds and so many different professions. You have young people who are just looking for something to do or a new skill to learn. And then you have people who've grown up sailing all their lives and they said, "Well, my parents sailed and my grandparents sailed, and like, this is just what we did for family vacation. So I would like to learn." And I think as a young person, it became like just another way to get exposed to other people, to have something to do, like in the warm and now coming up the cold months. And it just kind of broke down a barrier for me that I encountered like moving to a new city. Yeah. Yeah. I
Well,
think I mean, young people have to move all over the place for their jobs. So it's good to learn about how to live in the place that you're in.
that is a very wise statement. Well, Victoria, thank you so much for sharing your story, and we hope it encourages others and hope to see you out there on the water.
Yeah. Thank you so much.